Soft and moving slow. silence in my veins, soft distortion in refrains. Your reflection fades away through the echoes of delay. Minimal but sharp and tight, hi-hats cutting through the night, sub bass rolling underneath like a true Let's exhale and slowly cease, leaving traces of release. Static fades but still remains, echoed softly in our veins. Filtered colors in the sky, electric whispers passing by. Your breath trembles in the dark, like fading embers of a spark. Kick drum steady, deep and low. Hi-hat shimmers soft and slow. Sub bass warm in every line, holding on to what was mine. Under silent aurora light, we drift between wrong and right. Hearts are pulsing out of sight in the hush of endless Delay guitar begins to cry, stretching tones that never die. Snare tail blooming wide and long, carrying this fragile song. If the sky would fall apart, would it land inside my heart? Sidechain breaths that rise and fall like shadows dancing on the wall. Under silent aurora light, we drift between wrong and right. Hearts are pulsing out of sight in the hush of endless night. Under silent aurora light, we drift between wrong and right. Hearts are pulsing out of sight in the hush of endless night. Pads dissolve in silver blue. Every echo leads to you. Aurora fades but leaves the trace of quiet love in open space. In the hush of endless night. Shadows ripple on the wall. Filtered scent begins to call. Your reflection moves in time through a four-chord minor line. Kick drum steady breathing low. Trip hop rhythm starts to grow. Bass beneath the fragile tone makes the emptiness feel known. We are midnight currents flowing under quiet skin, carried by the undertow of everything we've been. into broken dreams. Constellations fade from sight, leaving only endless night. a slow and endless day. We are fragments of blue, scattered in the afterglow. Every breath we ever knew, falling soft and moving slow. Hearts are pulsing, faint and deep, secrets that we couldn't keep, fragments drifting out of view. Still the night remembers you. Cold horizon painted gray, four soft chords begin to sway. Your voice lingers in the lake, like signals drifting far away. Snare tail stretching through the dark, subtle tremors in my heart. Kick drum steady, deep and wide, holding what I silence in my veins, soft distortion in refrains. Your reflection fades away through the echoes of delay. Minimal but sharp and tight, hi-hats cutting through the night, sub bass rolling underneath like a true slowly cease, leaving traces of release. Static fades but still remains, echoed softly in our veins. Filtered colors in the sky, electric whispers passing by. Your breath trembles in the dark, like fading embers of a spark. Kick drum steady, deep and low. Hi-hat shimmers soft and slow. Sub-bass warm in every line, holding on to what was mine. Under silent aurora light, we drift between wrong and right. Hearts are pulsing out of sight in the hush of endless Delayed guitar begins to cry, stretching tones that never die. Snare tail blooming wide and long, carrying this fragile song. If the sky would fall apart, would it land inside my heart? Sidechain breaths that rise and fall like shadows dancing on the wall. Under silent aurora light, we drift between wrong and right. Hearts are pulsing out of sight in the hush of endless night. Under silent aurora light, we drift between wrong and right. Hearts are pulsing out of sight in the hush of endless night. In the hush of endless paths dissolve in silver blue. Every echo leads to you. Aurora fades but leaves the trace of quiet love in open space. said. Breathy tones begin to rise, like a storm behind my eyes. Kicking the snare in measured pace, minimal but full of space. Bass blowing velvet tone makes the We are midnight currents flowing under quiet skin, carried by the undertow of everything we've been. visions fade from sight.